We got a Tuesday night on the NBA hardwood. Only 4 games to look at, to break down here. And we're looking at some of the best plays that you're going to find versus the house at No House Advantage. Pete McCarthy here for OddsShopper. Give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our giveaways, much more. Remember, we're available in podcast form as well. So you can listen at your leisure, keep up on what's happening, and have some of the best plays of the night from our outstanding analysts. And hey, you can help us out. Leave a 5-star review on your platform of choice. We're everywhere with that. So 4 games tonight. You got a couple of big ones on national TV with the Raptors taking on the Bucks. Also, Sixers and Clippers in that late window. I'm looking at the Blazers-Nuggets game to start here as we're looking versus the house. Going to go to Jusuf Nurkic. 9.5 rebounds is the line on versus the house. So our projections like that is a lean to the over. He's projected for more than 10 rebounds tonight. Usually don't love the rebounds. You can play the points as well if you'd like. I thought that line was a little bit more fair. But what I like about Nurkic is, yeah, he didn't play a lot of minutes the last couple of games against the Mavericks. I think that was matchup dependent. Tonight is a little different matchup, right? You actually have a big-time center where they're going to need his defense against Nikola Jokic. And even with the lack of playing time over the last 2 games, both against the Mavericks, he still has managed 10 rebounds in 5 of his last 6. The exception being that last game. Again, he only played 20 minutes against the Mavs, but I think we're going to see a lot more of him tonight against the Denver Nuggets. And with rebounds, I mean, opportunity is the big thing. You got to be out there on the floor to get those rebounds, to get to double digits tonight. And Nurkic should be able to get there against the Denver Nuggets. And again, that is one that our projections like. Our projections also like the over on the 14.5 points. I generally think of the points as a bit of a safer play. But again, this is relatively tight with the points. I think he will have the opportunity for a lot of rebounds tonight. So I have a slight lean towards the rebounds, but you can make that choice which way you want to go there. No House Advantage. If you haven't played there before, use the link below, sign up, and they have a $100 deposit match. Whenever you can get free money out of wherever you're playing, it's something that you want to jump at. So basically the way it works, when you sign up, if you deposit $100, No House Advantage will match $100. So you'll have $200 to play with in your account. You could play versus the house. Pretty simple. You're mixing together over-unders on props. If you have 2 plays that you love, you can put them together. You get them both right. You get 2.5 times your money. You go all the way up to 5, where you can hit for 20 times your entry. So check that out. You can also play versus the house. It's my favorite way to play. You can play in the pickup contest, which is my favorite way to play. And that's where you could really try to hit the big money. There's room to be contrarian. There is room to just play it chalky, and maybe you're going to split at the top, but you get some big time first place prizes, $5,000 tonight in the main pickup contest. And you typically see a lot of overlay there, which really puts the odds in your favor, right? Because you have more money going out to the players than going in. So just keep an eye on if you have that kind of overlay. Usually I like to check it out about 15 to 20 minutes prior to when the contest starts, which will be at 7:30 Eastern time tonight. And we make it super simple for you at Stokastic.com. We've got free projections for No House Advantage, both for the pick'em contests as well as versus the house. It'll lay it out, give you a percentage chance that you're going to be over or under on a certain prop or stat. So definitely utilize that throughout the day. And as things change, the Stokastic updates all those projections, and boom, sometimes you can get there before, No House Advantage updates say their props versus the house, so you can try to sneak one in that way. Elsewhere, other things that are props like today, Kentavious, Caldwell-Pope, looking at the over on points, the under on points. 12.5 points is the line. We have been projected for about 11.5. Not a wide margin here. 60% chance this one comes in on the under, which is kind of the baseline of what I want to see. 12 points in 34 minutes last game against Orlando for KCP. So he played a lot of minutes in that game. Still didn't reach this number. He had reached this number in some previous games. But definitely going to look at our projections on this. And I generally like points and playing unders when I can and when the projections say to go for it. So we're looking at that for KCP against the Trailblazers. You could also take a look at Joel Embiid, 3.5 assists. We have this as an under. Embiid was under in 3 straight games until he had 4 assists last game against the Lakers, but has typically been under this. We have him slightly under with the projection at 3.29 as well. Another thing you could check out, let's say maybe you don't have absolute confidence in our projections for some reason, or you think something's a little wonky, just check it out at OddsShopper, and you can see what the sports books have and where the juice might be on a given line. Definitely something I like to use to kind of confirm what the projections at Stochastic are seeing. If you see it on both ends, then in a place like No House Advantage, where it doesn't matter if the prop is minus 160, let's say, at the book, because you have the same odds for everything. That's a big plus and something that you can certainly utilize to help you make some money at No House Advantage. So check out OddsShopper. Definitely a great tool for that. And obviously, if you are playing against houses and against sports books, that'll tell you where you have the best line and where you can get the most bang for your buck if you are correct. Because if it's minus 140 here, minus 120 there, depending on which end you're going for, makes a big difference in terms of what that payback is going to be if you do get it right. So something that you should certainly utilize over there at OddsShopper.com. Finally, looking at Keldon Johnson, another over on the rebounds. This is our number 1 play of the day. 4.5 rebounds. We have him projected for more than 5.5 rebounds. 65% chance in the over. Last game, Keldon Johnson did have 7 rebounds against the Kings. He has not regularly been over this number over the course of the season, but the Spurs, they're always mixing in who's available, who's not. So looking at Keldon Johnson's role and how he should be playing tonight, maybe gets into the post a little bit more and can get those 5 rebounds for the San Antonio Spurs. If you're playing DFS contests, be sure to utilize our lineup generator at Stochastic.com. It is included in all of our DFS packages. This will help you with not only NBA, but NFL as well. It's super simple. You can make some key decisions before, and then the lineup generator is just going to spit lineups at you. You can say, I like that one, I don't like that one, I like that one, I don't like that one, and then put them in a CSV and mass enter them if you'd like into DFS contests. I definitely had some success using it this past weekend in NFL Showdown contest, so check that out. There are lots of new features. Even if you've messed with it before, try it again, because it is always improving, and there's now a player swap feature, so you see one player that you don't really like in there, you can swap them out, put in whoever you'd like, and roll with that lineup. Again, that is included when you sign up for our DFS packages at Stochastic.com. We do have free projections for No House Advantage. Use them, love them, win some money tonight. Good luck.